Good morning and welcome to our webcast as we prepare for the first launch of Orbitae. After countless testing and development from our teams here at Simplex Space, we have finally gotten the vehicle ready for its maiden launch. I am Mark from the propulsion team of Simplex Space, and I will be providing your launch commentary for today's webcast. Currently, we are just under 4 minutes away from today's launch attempt, so in the meantime, let's learn about Orbitae. Orbitae is Simplex Space's first ever launch vehicle. It is designed to carry up to 15 tons of payload into low-Drew orbit. The vehicle itself consists of 3 separate stages. The first stage has 7 pulse engines, while both the second and third stage have just 1 each. On the second and third stage we have our CS, aka Reaction Control System thrusters. These have been equipped to the second and third stage because the vacuum-optimized pulse engines don't possess as much gimbal range as the sea-level versions. Additionally, our CS is much more effective as the second and third stages are the stages that will be entering the vacuum of space, where our CS thrusters are most efficient. For today's test flight, we are carrying a mass demonstrator for our payload. The demonstrator weighs about 15.2 tons, which should be the limit for Orbitae's payload capacity. We hope to push the vehicle to its limit to ensure that it is able to operate efficiently as a public launch vehicle. Now let's go over how today's launch should occur. First, the final decision on whether or not we launch is made 1 minute before launch. We can also hold the countdown at this 1 minute mark for up to 5 minutes total before we must scrub the launch. If we do have to scrub, then our teams will actively search for the nearest backup date. Now considering we don't scrub, the 7 pulse engines of Orbitae will ignite 3 seconds before the T-0 mark. At T-0 we will have liftoff of Orbitae. Orbitae's first stage will burn for 113 seconds. Once out of fuel, we will have stage separation followed by second stage ignition. The second stage will burn for a total of 127 seconds. The fairing will be jettisoned at 60 kilometers above sea level, as it is no longer considered necessary by then. Then when the second stage finishes its burn, the third stage will ignite and complete the path to a parking orbit. This stage has the capability to burn for 61 seconds. Upon reaching parking orbit, the engine is cut. From there, the stage is used to make any adjustments to the orbit. The end of the mission comes when the third stage is deorbited. Now that we have been able to go over our flight plan for today, let's wait and see if we will be go for today's launch attempt. Do make sure you listen out for mission control both prior to and during our launch today.
Launch director is go for launch.
So it would appear that we are go for today's launch.
All countdown operators hold.
Okay, so as you can see, the countdown has been reset to T-1 minute. It seems like a problem has been detected and teams are now troubleshooting.
Launch director is now go for launch.
And now the countdown is back underway.
All countdown operators please hold once more.
So it appears we have had to enter a hold one more time. We'll try and update you on what the issue is. So we are hearing that the problem is an issue with the vehicle switching to internal power. The solution isn't expected to take long. As we wait, don't forget that we have up to 5 minutes of hold time. Also remember that this is a test, so things can go wrong.
Problem resolved. Vehicle is now on internal power. We are go for launch.
And there, as you have heard, that problem has been resolved and we are now go for launch of Orbitae. So you will hear some launch control operators make some call-outs before and during the flight. We will make sure to turn it up to hear them.
T-30 seconds. T-15.
And here we go.
T-10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, ignition, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Liftoff of
And we
Orbitae.
have a liftoff.
Go Simplex and go Orbitae.
Off nominal condition in propulsion system.
So it does appear that we have lost an engine on the first stage, but luckily Orbitae is designed to be engine redundant.
Vehicle is proceeding safely despite engine outage.
So the vehicle is compensating comfortably for the engine outage, which is a good sign.
First stage chamber pressure is nominal.
Max Q.
And right there was the call out for Max Q, the moment of peak aerodynamic stress on the vehicle. So it does appear like Orbitae is doing just fine despite only having 6 engines running. Alright, so the vehicle is still continuing on a nominal trajectory. Now we are approaching main engine cutoff and stage separation.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation. Second stage ignition.
And that's a good stage separation and ignition to begin the next leg of our flight. That second stage will continue burning for just over 2 minutes. Up next though is fairing separation.
Second stage chamber pressure is nominal.
Now we are coming up on fairing jettison.
Fairing separation.
And what of you as we see those to fairing halves fall back towards the atmosphere of Drew? If you're just joining us, Orbitae had a successful liftoff just a little past the intended launch time. Since then, the first stage burn was completed with only 1 pulse engine being lost, and now we are on the second stage burn. So everybody watching, just sit tight as we continue our second stage burn.
Vehicle trajectory is nominal.
Okay, and now we are coming up on SECO and stage separation, followed by third stage ignition.
Second engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed. Third stage ignition.
And we have had a good ignition of the third stage to begin the final leg of our journey to reaching orbit. So far, this has been a great launch, and reaching orbit would just be icing on the cake.
Vehicle trajectory is nominal.
Now we should be expecting third stage shutdown momentarily.
stage shutdown.
Engine shutdown confirmed. Now just awaiting confirmation that we are in orbit.
Orbitae has reached orbit.
And there's that confirmation that we wanted to hear. Orbitae and Simplex Space have reached orbit successfully. Congratulations to the Simplex Space team on this achievement. If you are just joining us now, Orbitae has reached orbit on its first ever launch. And now look at these views from space. Well, with that, we are going to be ending our webcast here. Once again, congratulations to the Simplex Space team, and thank you for joining us today.